Alright, today on Dadcraft we're going to do a little bit about redstone. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to go down into a mine. And we're going to go very deep. Redstone is down deep in the world. You're not going to find it near the surface. I've got a deep mine here that goes all the way down to the bedrock. If I turn on F3, I can see where I'm at. This is the traditional mining level, level 11. You can see that up in the top left over there. And level 11 is where you'll find a lot of lava pools will generate. So if people want to be safe mining, they'll mine at level 11 because when you come on lava, you won't directly step into it or have it fall down on you. But there are some people who've gone online and said, you're going to find more diamonds down at level 5. And so I've got a deep mine here, but then again, you'll have problems like this where you're going to have pools of lava that come streaming out on you. But it makes for better mining. You can see here, as I mine, I place torches so that mobs don't spawn down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mine a little bit, and I'm going to see where there's redstone down here. So I'm going to do a bit of mining, and when I get to see some redstone, I'll let you know. So we'll just wait for a minute here. Okay, it took a little bit, but I found some redstone here. You can see it in the ceiling. And this is redstone that you'll find just in the regular stone that's in the mines and in the ground. You can have deep slate. There's also a deep slate version, which looks like this dark black stone with redstone markings. And if we take a look around it, you'll usually find a group of redstone together. Now, I've had to dig a whole bunch, as you can see in my inventory. I have no redstone ones. Here I've got a pickaxe that is an efficiency 4 but fortune 3, and so it's going to give me more than one redstone for every redstone block that I break. So let's take a look here. Here's the redstone that drops. I'll pick that up. So mining one redstone block gave me 4 pieces of redstone dust, and this is what we'll need to do our different redstone. So go in the mines, go in the deeper levels, and look for these blocks. And then when you mine them, pick up the redstone dust, because that's what we'll use to make different redstone devices. So go do that first. We'll go topside again, and we'll do a couple of basics with redstone. You'll see kind of how it works. It's like electrical circuits. So if you understand electrical wiring, electrical circuits, you'll be able to get redstone pretty quick. See you topside in just a minute. So we're back topside. And what I've got here are chests of special materials that I've collected out of the mining. And you can see in here I have a whole bunch of redstone. So we're going to grab a bunch of it. And this is the redstone dust. You can take 9 redstone dust and make a block of redstone. And we'll just take some of those with us as well. And we'll go outside and we'll do a little bit with redstone. You'll want to collect it and save it, because you can make different machine components out of it. So we'll go do some of that now. We'll head outside. Okay, we've gone to the outside world here. I've got some open level ground that I can show you a couple of things with. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to build a switch. And this switch is done by taking the stick and putting it on top of a piece of cobblestone. And the switch is called a lever. And I've got a couple in here already in my inventory. What we're going to do is we're going to place down a lever. And the lever, you can use the right mouse button and switch it on and off. When you switch it on, you see this little glowing red stuff. That means the redstone signal out of it is active. It's like the switch is on. You don't see it when the switch is off. So you've got an on position and an off position. Well, what does that do? Well, out of this switch, you can send a signal over to something like a piston to get the piston to move up and down. And so next we'll take some redstone dust and we're going to make a trace or a circuit that leads from the switch, you can see that, over to the piston. Now when we throw the switch, let's get a good perspective on this. We throw the switch, the signal travels down the wire that we put down of redstone dust, and it activates the piston. It turns on and off, and you can see we can do that. So this switch or lever is one thing you can use to make a redstone signal, and that's something you can turn on and off. But what about a constant redstone signal? Well, you can get that from a redstone torch, and that's where you take a stick, put a piece of redstone dust on it, and you'll get a redstone torch. And let's put that down here and see what happens. And sure enough, that's a constant signal. So this is like a source, a battery positive, if you like. And so the redstone will flow out from that source in lots of different directions, all 4 directions, plus everything that's associated with the block that the torch is on. So it's kind of an interesting way that it can feed out. So if I take some more redstone and come out of the side here, you can see I still get a redstone signal. And this redstone signal goes on for quite a distance. But something interesting is happening. The redstone signal over here is very bright. As I get farther and farther away, redstone starts to dim. There's a limit to the length of the circuit, and it's 15 blocks. So after you've gone that distance, the redstone is off. And so they've put a special thing in the game called a Redstone Repeater. And to make a Redstone Repeater, you need some stone, that's the unmined cobblestone or stone that's been baked in an oven, and a couple of redstone torches, and you get something called a Redstone Repeater. We'll look at that recipe in a later episode, but for right now it shows you what happens to the redstone. So a signal comes in, so long as the signal isn't dead, it'll pull out a full signal at the other end. So here the repeater is getting a mild signal, and we're about 10 blocks away, and sure enough it pulls out a full high-level signal out. And so you can use repeaters to make much longer circuits. And if we go back here to our redstone dust and tack the block from the outside, sure enough, as soon as we attach it, this piston will go on. So redstone, a little bit of basics. And we'll take out the torch. Both of those will go down, and we'll put the lever switch back in. You'll see that the switch too sends signals out in all those directions. So a little bit of redstone's basics. Redstone dust gives you your circuit pathways. The pathways have a limit to them, 15 blocks. You'll need redstone repeaters to make longer paths, but you can do a lot of things. Opening and closing doors, we'll do that in another episode. You can actually make different circuits out of them by making inverted circuits. You can get logic gates out of them, do AND and OR gates, NOR gates, flip-flops. You can do all those things that are in logic circuits, and people are actually building computers and calculators and clocks inside Minecraft using all this redstone circuitry. I don't do anything that fancy. I'll give a link to somebody who's doing some really cool stuff with redstone, but you need to know some of the basics, because some things like automated doors, where you step on a pressure plate and the doors open, wait a bit, and then close behind you, called jet doors. Those need some redstone in the circuitry. You got to understand some of the basics in order to get what you're doing. So there's the beginnings of redstone. Save your redstone and then start working with some of these different things: switches, levers, pistons, stuff like that. You can get the hang of it pretty quick. We'll do some more on this in some other episodes. Have some fun playing Minecraft.